Hello. Welcome back. uh, Great. um, um, I need to work on introductions. um, uh, mm-hmm. Back again for more Inktober stuff. Different options for this one. I'm not quite sure what I'm going to do yet. We've got, with suit, you've got, regular suits that people wear, or you can go with, I don't know, something where someone is wondering if this suits them, if the look suits them, or you just go down the superhero category and go like, suit up. I mean, we could try a superhero, but I'm not exactly sure how I'm going to make that work yet. Though it does sound like a sorry, but as I was saying, I was thinking either we make a superhero, I guess, superhero character, or we have someone trying to make a suit and going with the cat, wizard, witch theme. We could have a lot of fun with that. Yeah. And that's what planned for today. Yeah. I will try to speak more than I did in the last couple of streams. Like, come up with something to talk about. I'm not quite sure. I have tried to list some ideas for myself, but it'll work out, right? It always works out somehow. I mean, with the whole spooky stuff for Halloween, I should have done thumbnails before this, because now I don't know what to draw. Perhaps I'll do that real quick. But yeah, like, well, we could also have someone dressing up, like, since this is, Halloween, you dress up a bit. We could have perhaps two, because I don't really want to go for something very complicated. Just something simple and easy to draw. Right. So we've either got someone who's trying to make a suit. Maybe they're not very good at it, or maybe they're just great at it, but like magic. But you know, when it comes to witches and magic and ghosts, you've got some very interesting stuff there. It's it's kind of it's kind of going off a picture, and the laser or whatever just floating here at the edge of the picture. That could be fun. Or give him the cat ears. Uh, uh, um, great. I've got no clue what to say again. Hang on. We've got that, and we could also have one looking in the mirror like this, and then someone standing in front of it, dressing up. I kind of feel like going for something else than witches today, maybe. Just to mix things up a bit. Wait. Still kind of want the whole. Perhaps we'll have a. I don't know. No, skeleton could get very complicated. That will be complicated. No. Could have a vampire. Don't do some vampire buddy. These stick for like. You're gun treating. I mean, I ended up with, but that was fun. I think we're going with vampire thing. And his ears kind of like this. Right. Wait, I completely forgot that I wanted him to. Okay, it's fine, it's fine. We can still make this work. Right. I mean, we're not gonna have a mirror anyway, so. Vampires don't have reflections. I should have remembered that. We sort of go down here and. Right. No silent. No silent. I'm not supposed to go silent, right? But I really like the concept of dressing up. Just, I mean, I don't really know if we should just have certain holidays just to dress up or something. I mean, wouldn't it just be fine to dress up at any occasion? I mean, it could be weird because, you know, just randomly coming to a friend's house dressed up is probably not great, but it'd be fun. This is really hard. It's hard to keep talking like this. gonna have him go like, is this really right? Have a collar here. One sort of suit look. Come on. Don't give up on me. Being a glass pen. I keep going off topic. This is hard. But no. But yeah, dressing up, that's where I left off, right? Because, I mean, it's fun to dress up as different things and just pretend you're something else, perhaps magical. I mean, there's something fun in there. In that. Come on. I'm gonna give him long, sharp teeth. Um, um, I've got his kind of cloak, I guess. Give him a tie. I mean, but you write down stuff you want to talk about, but then you just don't know how to talk about it. It's a bit tricky, but right. Some belt and then boots. Okay. But autumn is also like a pretty leaves, and I mean like just generally, like sure, just like okay, that looks awkward. Hold on. I mean like you've got, you know, like leaves and then in autumn, like sure it's like summer is ending and stuff and it's getting cold again, but it's not too cold. And I don't know, I like autumn. It's pretty. Makes for some pretty drawings too. And of course, like you finish off October with Halloween, spooky stuff and scaring others. It, I guess, could be fun. Exactly done it to purposefully scare someone for Halloween or tell spooky stories or anything. Guess it's just not my kind of vibe. I mean, I've gone trick or treating twice, like I said. Wow, I'm repeating myself. That's not a good sign. That is so not a good sign when I'm repeating myself, is it? First time I went trick-or-treating was for like a birthday party of a friend whose birthday was on Halloween. Which was fun. It was fun, kind of. Pardon me. Right. We've got the sketch already. We're 20 minutes in already. Okay. That's fine. Need to be more careful with all the ink splatters. Let's put this away. Right. So our cat vampire. um. I think first what I'm going to do is get my book. That's always a good place to start with this. And I remember the first time I went trick-or-treating, I think I dressed up as a witch, and back then I had longer hair. And my mum had brushed my hair back in the opposite direction that you normally brush it, so it was kind of messy and floofy, and it was really fun to have hair like that. And I also had this funny witch hat that was bouncy, kind of. It was it was fun, and I think we went bowling or something. I don't know. I was really small when that was. So it was a while ago. But yeah, I mean, like the treats we collected weren't. I wasn't a big fan of them, but going around in our costumes and stuff with friends, it was fun. It was fun. Drip, 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 drip down. Come on. Yes, I'm talking to a plastic pen. That's normal. Right. Let's outline this as well. I think today I don't want to use as much water as I did yesterday, because that was definitely not a great idea. Just got okay, I should have really thought this more through with the cape thing and practiced it, maybe, but let's just go with the flow. Right? There's no mistakes in art. Right. What was I talking about? This is kind of what happens sometimes, isn't it? Just talk about something, then something happens and you forget what you were talking about. Okay. Really should have thought that cape more through, shouldn't I? Okay, no, I think I can fix this. I can fix this. I can fix that. I can definitely fix it, sort of, I hope. Fixed. Right, what was I talking about? So I remember, like, as a kid, like, during, when autumn came and all the, chestnuts had formed to be, like, ground, we would collect them, and then make those little stick figures. It was, like, out of chestnuts and matches, I think. I would love to do that again. Just collect random chestnuts and then make little hedgehogs out of it, maybe. See how far you can take him. Okay, why are you not drawing? That's not ideal. Come on. Drip, drip, drip. Don't drip it. No? Okay. There. Right. Okay, so, I mean, I wouldn't exactly count Halloween as one of my favorite holidays. I mean, I hardly ever celebrate it. But, I mean, we don't, come on. Right, using a glass pen is a bit unreliable. Yes. You should rest? What? Why? Also, hello. Are you saying because my back's hurting a bit? I mean, kind of happens when you sit at the desk a bit. I promise I will rest after the stream. I promise. But, thanks for caring. Great. Can you draw still? No? Okay. This is not working well. I've gotten more soluble ink as well for black stuff because... okay, it's fine, it's fine. It's fine. Yeah. Hello, welcome to the stream. We're trying to get through, we're trying to, great, I can't speak. Forming sentences, how does that work? We're doing the second Inktober prompt from for today, which is suit according to the prompt list I got myself on Instagram. So I'm stressed? No, not stressed. I'm not used to talking on streams, so I mean, my my sister and mum said I should try to talk more, and I'm not good at talking. I'm good at keeping the conversation going, so I'm trying, but yes. When I enter, especially to talking to strangers, and I mean, I've had to talk, and that also meant you had to get to know the other kids there who already had their friends. It was not easy, but I mean, I got 1 or 2 good friends out of there, so it's fine. But I'm usually not good at, say, at the side when it's in a group, unless I know exactly what the topic is about. Then I will gladly join in. How are you, ex-Reedy? Right. Hey, can you draw again, please? Or just eye on me. About using black ink, but this black ink is not working. Let's try for this. I'm just gonna try to not use as much black as just use as little black as I can, because this does not like me. This ink, it's not a fan of me. Definitely not. Come on. Scratching noises. I mean, at the moment, I'm still trying to, calm myself down, tell myself it's okay, you're just live, you need to keep talking somehow. Otherwise, thanks, Musky. After that, okay, I'm definitely switching to the others. You do not like me. Ink. Yeah. Come on. This stream is just gonna be me struggling with my black ink. Fun. Come on. Come on, just work with me. Please. Just work with me. We're just gonna say that that's a white cape for the vampire cat, okay? Fine. There. With just some black shadow at the bottom. I don't like this black at all. I don't think it likes me either. Right. Okay. Right. I'm not sure what to talk about now. My brain's gone blank. Does anyone here ever go trick-or-treating for Halloween? Because, I don't know, I'm just curious. Anyone does that? Oh, thank you. Thank you. Okay, I'm doing my best. I'm just... It's definitely easier when there's someone responding, so thank you. Okay, and okay, at least this is flowing better, that's good. But how am I going to do shadows on this? I just, It's clear that I rarely ever work with ink. Probably is. Aww. Yes, it is. It is different when there's someone responding and I know someone else. Okay. See you in a bit then. Come on. Okay, I'm just gonna try to somehow get the dark areas darker. Okay, but somehow. This is why I need more ink colors. Well, technically I don't. It's a bit tricky when you're trying to get darker areas. Really start learning how to properly cross-hatch and stuff. But I guess this is what it's for, right? Building confidence in art and stuff. The Inktober challenge. That's what it's for. And I think I'm doing an okay job so far. I'm not sure. But, you know, with what I know, I'm doing my best. I should swap out the water. It's getting a bit black. I will be right back. Okay, back. Just had to quickly swap out the water because dirty water is not great when you're trying to draw. Okay, how am I going to do this? Colour of the cat. We'll start there. The colour of a vampire cat. Needs a name. I'll sort of know later. Oh yay! Hello again. I'm not exactly sure why I decided to go for cats. I mean, I know why. I mean, when I did the test live stream, I didn't know what to draw, and I was like, okay, cat and witches, and now I don't know. We've got a cat witch and wizard school thing going on, I guess. But, I mean, that world can also have vampire cats, right? It's not limited to witches. Vampire cats must be hurt too. Oh, come on. Come on. Okay, either it's the paper or the pen, or I'm just holding it wrong, I don't know. But this is not liking me either. Great. I'm gonna put a little blood on the teeth, probably not. Is it? No, it's not my first stream. I have done two streams, like yesterday and the day before that. So, but I'm still getting used to it, kind of. That looks a bit weird. Oh well. Let's just keep going. It'll work out. I think it was okay, I guess. I mean, in the first two streams oh, how it was. Yeah, that's... I can read and understand. But I think we were okay. I mean, I didn't do a great job of keeping talking. Hi, Becky! I mean, Rebecca. Can I call you Becky here as well? How are you doing, Becky? Okay, that was a hiccup. This is not a great time for hiccups. Okay then. I will call you Becky. I was just making sure. How's everyone's days been? Days? Day. Wait. Don't think that was grammatically correct English, but come on. Right now he's looking a bit strange. Keep going. But I mean, it's not supposed to... I mean, vampire cats aren't exactly a common thing either, so it's just go with it. What are typical vampire names? Come on. Eh. Okay, come on. I mean, is turning out to be a very fluffy vampire cat. I think that's okay though. We can have fluffy vampire cats. Fluffy vampire cats are... Aww. Okay. Have fun drawing as well. There we go. Right. Okay, no. You're not going to keep drawing, do you? Okay. We're back again with the ink. Good. Good. But, I mean, if you want to draw, you can. I mean, no one's forcing you. But, if you do choose to draw with us, then go ahead and do that. Yeah. I mean, this in general is just a good way to keep me drawing every day, because before this I kind of just, drew when I wanted to, and this is making me draw at least something every day and getting a bit of a routine here. And I mean, it's fun. That's what I thought. That's we draw the same thing, or even work on the Inktober prompt. I chose to do this because it's a good thing to kind of, when you've got something, you've got this. Don't interrupt the hiccups. Right, saying. Right, it was. I was talking about Inktober, wasn't I? I mean, for this, I just wanted to try and stream every day for every Inktober prompt and draw something for all the Inktober prompts as well. And to kind of get used to this as well. Oh wait, his neck is also still exposed to furry as well. I almost feel like I'm going to end up reporting to black for the shadows for the, which is not going to be fun with the ink, but it's fine. Okay. Generally, Inktober just only drawing that was. I mean, it's a challenge. It's a bit difficult because that also means no pencil sketching, which I do a lot of. I mean, I sometimes do it, like sometimes, and I'm not great at it. I guess it's a bit hard to get used to, but I do digital. I do a mix. Usually I do watercolor and not. I don't work with ink as much as much, but usually I really do like watercolor a lot. Using watercolor. Or I've also got colored pencil drawings that I do. But this is new to me. Ink, just doing all full ink drawings is new to me. I'm not used to this, but you know, it's a lot here. think I'm going to give him red eyes. Just for the sake of it. Red eyes. Come on, drop down. Will you? Will you? There. Okay, come on. Like that. Yes. And I have this as well. There. There we go. Ah. Okay. Yeah, but I mean, digital is. I mean, I don't mind doing digital. I don't know. It's a bit difficult to get used to sometimes. Like, I've done a few digital drawings, but I don't know. I mean, it's very useful, especially when you get the layers and stuff, and you just when you erase one layer, you don't automatically erase the whole drawing. That can be annoying. Or when you've done a layer in digital and you don't like it and stuff. But when you've got traditional and you've got this, for example, in ink, there's no way to erase this. So you just have to roll with it. And why did I get the blue? Right, my mind went ahead of me and I've got no idea what I was planning to do with this. Okay. Okay. This tie should probably get a pattern of some sort. I don't know. I'll probably just make it a straight blue tie just for easiness sake. Okay, come on. Looks very pretty when you dip the Gluster pen in the water and wash the ink off. It looks very pretty when the ink just comes off like that and swirlies. I'm a big fan of swirls. Right. I'm gonna have to be careful not to put my hand in that. I mean, with digital art, your hands also stay clean. Like, there's less risk of you getting paint and ink all over your hands. Because that can be a pain to wash off sometimes. So, come on. Okay, so now it's drawing for me the black. Okay, what is this? Sudden change of heart. Okay. Working surprisingly well again. I don't know, maybe I was just trying. Maybe my hands still just had to get used to it first. I don't know. I don't know. We'll probably know. Okie dokie. He's looking a bit evil. I mean, he's supposed to, but looking very evil, kind of. Probably the eyes. Okay. Right, start talking again, shouldn't I? Simple question. Who's here? Who is a cat person? Who's a dog person? I mean. Don't think that's dry yet. Okay. Oh, this is stupid. Doggy. I mean, myself, I think I'm probably more dog person too, because cats can get so aggressive sometimes. We used to have 3 cats and a dog, and the poor dog who had to deal with the cats, they did not like the dog at all. Okay, this is very thick. Why is this so thick? Bubbly. That's more bubbly. Okay, weird. Let's put that for the highlights in here. Make them more white. Here we go. No, that didn't work. Yeah, the cats did not like the dog at all. Her name was Pebbles, the dog's name. And the 3 cats, oof. If the dog got too close to them, they would just smack him on the nose. No, not him. It was her. Genders. I just misgendered our dog. No. No. If she got too close to the cats would just attack her, and it was not fun, so we had to keep them in separate rooms. Yeah. But I think the female is kind of more aggressive than our male cat. I don't really know why that was. And yes, I'm giving him a green shirt now. Okay, color choices. Right? Now is, if I'm a dog person, why am I drawing cats? What am I doing? The weird things I do sometimes. I mean, I guess cats on images are fine. Just in person, they are not great sometimes. Then again, this is probably not a nice cat either that I'm drawing. I mean, look at that face. He's not nice. Cats are the cutest until they scratch you. I agree. I agree wholeheartedly. I mean, I don't know if I've got any scratches left from when we had them. There might be, I don't know. Nah. But, yeah. But, I mean, we had our cats for a long time, a very long time, and they were just a year younger than me, both of them, at least. So, you know, and they did get very old, but I mean, we gave them all away before we moved. So, yeah, that's, yeah. I mean, they can be okay. I just avoid getting close to them, and you'll be fine. Just don't get close to the cats. Okay, so how do I get that area darker? There. With the color. I think for next time I'm gonna get myself at least one of each part. I have somehow without ruining the paper that I'm using. We just resort the plug again. Dip, drip, drip. Come on. There we go. Yes, it is very understandable. Okay. This is going a lot faster than yesterday's drawing. We're just very, very complicated scene. I don't know why. This whole cape situation on the left is looking awkward, I think. That's not how capes work, I think. This is why references are meaning for this references. Who needs them? Ah, jellyfish. Jellyfish are beautiful. But also dangerous. And I would always ask, of a jellyfish? Like, fish. I was out of it. I did not worry about water. I would just, nope. Watching Twitch panels are playing friend. Oh, okay. That's okay, I'm gonna just like this and then here. Failed to technical was class, but did I forget about that? Yes. There. Now it has a clue, but who cares? Ah, okay. I mean, I have no idea about Photoshop or Illustrator, so unfortunately I can't help. There. To get with a camera roller a lot of battery. Okay. In that case, I will not worry. Should have probably waited for the yellow ink to dry rather than just straight applying it. When it comes to watching something dry, I am impatient. Okay. I completely forgot that he has a paw there. Let's reopen it. Okay, bad idea. Oopsies. This is why you wait for stuff to dry, so you don't get dirty with ink. But who cares about being clean when you're drawing? It'll be fun. Alright. So now he just needs some coloured in pants for trousers. English. Alright. And here we go again with hiccup. Alright, I think I'm going to colour in those boots. It's getting purple boots. Didn't I just say earlier that I wanted to colour in the trousers? Like this. I've gone quiet again, haven't I? What can one talk about? Oh, thank you for following me, X3D. Thank you. I appreciate it. Okay, hang on. I've am I bleeding? Kind of. Oopsies. I'll be fine, I'll be fine. Sometimes just don't overwork the paper, right? Okay. Did I seriously only sketch in one class for one show and then the other one just didn't get anything at all? Just conveniently forgot. Got a very colourful vampire here. Cat vampire. Wrong one. Wrong one. That's ink. There we go. How am I going to make his nose? I mean, cats usually have pinkish noses, I guess. But he's already got so much red on him. He's got red eyes and then slightly red teeth. I know he's got to be too much. Maybe? Maybe it will be, maybe it won't. I'm just going to make his nose red. Because why not? When we're already doing this, might as well just give him a red nose. It's a very big nose as well. Yeah, now he's got a pink, a big red nose. I don't have pink. I mean, I kind of have a purplish pink, but I don't think that goes well for cat noses. Purplish pink. I think next time we order art supplies, I'm gonna get myself some other ink tones because this is kind of fun. This is really fun. I mean, we've got a big, like Rudolph the red reindeer, Rudolph the red-nosed reindeer, but in cat vampire form. I don't know. I don't know. This is just going off the rails right now. Okay, let's finish the other boot, shall we? Unless he gets 2 color boots. No. He's already colorful enough for a cat vampire, isn't he? Okay, Does anyone like celebrating Halloween in any shape, way, or form? I think I'm just gonna give her regular jeans now. Because I definitely don't feel like using black too much now, because the pancake is just I'm going quiet again. I just noticed, okay, I definitely need to work on talking, just talking and not, you know, going quiet, because it's okay. Okay, if you say so. I mean, I shouldn't have too many quiet moments for too long, because then it would probably just. This is just starting to look like white jeans with blue shading, I guess. Why not? I mean, it doesn't look super formal right now. Like one would expect with a prophet's suit. But I guess it's a suit with a twist. Oh no, here we go. Camera ran out of battery, and I just dropped water onto the paint. Right, come here. Let me just swap out the battery real quick. We'll be back in a moment. Elevator music. Roll. I don't know. I don't have any elevator music, but just pretend there's elevator music going on. Okay. Which room do you go in again? It was like this. Oh, I turned the zooming thing, but I think that's fine. Get this back on. Okay. Let me get the top. There we go. Okay. Let's turn this back on. Is it just gonna automatically connect? Yes! Haha! No, we had problems like last time, but we're back online. I know. Camera's back. Okie dokie. So we can continue. Right. I guess this has shading here too, kind of. Mm. Excuse me. Or the hiccups, excuse the hiccups. Alright, what I'm going to do with the cape. And what can we shoot? There we go. Okay. I should be careful. Okay, do with your cape. I mean, from the few things I've said about vampires, I think black's a big thing when it comes to not talking to me. That would be a talk and it would be very excited. Okay. Oh, that's okay. If you go with fine, it's fine. I mean, I understand what a little black. I mean, probably more grayish. If the black ink was water soluble, this would go a lot quicker. But no, I desperately needed it to be waterproof. Sake of being able to use it in watercolor paintings, but now this decision is just greatest. But it's okay. I mean, it's nowhere near perfect this drawing, but I think we're going somewhere that's looking pretty good. At least with the capers, which is where I'm having the biggest trouble, but I'm resorting back to just talking about my work again, am I not? Yeah, I think I'll move on to the other side of the game. Like this. Okay. Then I think he still doesn't have a name. I think I'll do that once I'm done drawing him. I'll just quickly find a name for him. I'm actually not quite sure what one would name a vampire cat. It would kind of have to be a slightly spooky name, perhaps. We could go spooky. I don't know. Cat. That doesn't sound right. Doesn't sound good. No. No. No, it's kind of original as well, so meh. Meh. It's not great. What name do I give him? I mean, it looks funny. I don't know. It's hard to tell with cats. I think I've just decided that this is a he. Okay. Come on. Okay. Almost done here, and then I'll go on a name search for him. Come on. Make this a bit darker. And this a little bit darker as well, maybe. If the pen agrees with me. Right, let's also fade in the shoes a bit, because okay, got shading my hair. Okay. No, come on. How come it's flowing better now than it was earlier? Okay. But alright. I think I'm done for him. I think I just go for this. When it comes to names, I am not good at coming up with them. So real quick. Okay. Are you going to load? Let's go with random name. Masculine, first name only, and okay. Let's see what comes up. I guess Aldrich. I don't know. Does this look like an Aldrich? Aldrich the vampire cat. Generate. No. That's not either. Generate. Is a weird name. How are you even supposed to pronounce that one? How are you supposed to pronounce that? MK Mud Greaser. This generator is strange. Lupus Pegasus Raschen Marcus Heraclius. Sure, this is Hercules, the vampire cat. Ars Pita Eckhart, Pyrrhus or Nualon. These sound like a vampire. Liber, Jeremiel, Bragi, Horus? No. Laurentius. What's the name? Shall we call Laurentius? Laurentius. Questions and questions. Theocritus? Theo. I'm gonna write that in fancy. Theo the vampire cat. But in what color? Red. I've not used enough red today. Do red. Bubble. E. I mean, technically this red is not quite the right color for blood, but I only got this one red. So let's roll with that. Is it just me, or do E's kind of look kind of evil somehow? I don't know, maybe this is just new style of writing. I'm not usually used to. There we go. Theo. I think now all that's left to do is sign it. Now we'll do that with my oh so faithful black ink. Okay. I'm done. Now we have finished the vampire cut. I think I've done a better job with this one than with the drawing from yesterday, which was a lot more complicated and stuff. And I don't think it ended up looking all that good. I mean, it ended up looking a lot like a very blue. I mean, that was yesterday's for crystal, where it decided it should be a crystal ball, and then we had them all spying on a mouse. It's an interesting scene, but it got very, very blue. I'm liking this a lot more. But I think that's just me getting used to the medium a bit more. So yeah. That's it for today. Thank you. Thank you, Becky. I think that's it for today. Thank you for joining me. I hope you had fun. A little bit, at least. Yeah, how does one end the stream again? Bye. That's how you end streams. Should we try to do a raid? I don't know. I don't even know who to raid. someone, or just great. Yes, we had. That's good. Good, but fun. It's good, but fun. Did the jellyfish turn out okay? Or are you still, I don't know. Right. Brain just. Right. I was saying goodbye, wasn't I? Hope you had fun. You'll see me probably around about the same time that I started this stream. What time zone are we in? What is my time zone? Wait, okay. I don't know. I'll stream again tomorrow around about the same time I did today, which was hours ago when I started. So, yeah. Goodbye, you two. And thank you for joining me. I had a lot of fun with you guys. And I hope you had fun too. Goodbye.